Hello everyone, I'm teacher Jasmine, and we are going to learn English alphabets together. For today, we are going to learn how to write letter V. So, we are going to learn about letter V today. But before that, let's sing together. Let's sing the letter V song together. Are you ready? Can you make the letter sound? We can show you how. What letter shall we learn? Let's find out now. Let's learn about the letter V. This is the capital V. This is the lowercase v. You know how the V looks. Now let's make the letter V sound. Now listen carefully. V, 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 V. Now repeat after me. V, 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 V. Great. V is for vat. V is for violin. V is for vegetable. V is for vase. V is for volcano. V is for van. You know some V words. Now let's make the letter V sound. Let's make the letter V sound together. Ready? V, 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 V. One more time. V, 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 V. V. Good job, everyone. Did you have fun? Great. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Now what we are going to do is we are going to match the letter with the correct picture. So here, letter V is given and some pictures are given also. Now let's look at the pictures. First, we have a vase, fish, vat, apple, and violin. So we will only match the letter that start with letter V with the letter V. Okay? Now let's begin. Now let's look at the first picture. What is this? You can put flowers in this. What is this? Yes, this is a vase. Repeat after me. V, V, vase. One more time. V, V, vase. Does vase start with letter V? V, V, vase. Yes, vase starts with letter V. So we will have to match it with letter V here. Okay? So we will match it like this. Okay. Now let's move on to the second picture. What is this? Yes, this is a fish. F, F, fish. One more time. F, F, fish. Does fish start with letter V? Does fish starts with letter V? V, V, fish or F, F, fish? Yes, F, F, fish. So it doesn't start with letter V. So we will not have to match this with letter V. Let's move on to the next one. Here, you see this lady? She is a vet. She looks after animals, like this puppy. Okay, we call them vet. V, V, vet. Again, V, V, vet. Does vet start with letter V? Does vet start with letter V? V, V, vet starts with letter V. Correct. So we will have to match it with letter V here. Okay, so let's draw a line. Good job, everyone. Now, let's move on to the next one. Here, what fruit is this? This is an apple. Yes, apple. Again, apple. Does apple start with letter V? This is apple, so it doesn't start with letter V. So we will have to skip this one. Now let's move to the last picture. What is this? Yes, this is a violin. Violin. Again, violin. Does violin start with letter V? Does violin start with letter V? Violin. Yes, violin starts with letter V, so we will have to match it with this one. Okay, so we will draw the arrow like this. So we are done with this exercise. Good job, everyone. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Here, what we are going to do is we are going to learn how to write letter V. So I will be showing you how to write letter V on the lines. Please look carefully. Now, let's start writing. First, the red arrows will be showing you how to write it, and then after that, the black lines will be showing you how to do it, okay? So please look at the red arrows carefully. Now let's begin. First, see the arrow goes down like this, okay? So the arrow goes down like this, so we will have to draw a line down like this, okay? See, so the black line goes like this. So this is the first line, okay? Now let's look at the second line. Look at the red arrows carefully. So the red arrow goes like this, down, okay? So we will also have to write the black line like that also, okay? So please look at the black line. Okay, as you can see, the black line goes like this, down. And this is the second line. And we got letter V. Isn't it so easy? Good job, everyone. Now let's move on to your test book. When you look at your test book on page 16, you will see this. Do you see this in your test book? Great. We will be doing some of the exercises together, and you will have to do the rest by yourself. Can you do that? Great. Now let's start with the first exercise. Here, what you have to do is you will have to circle letter V. Okay? You will just circle letter V. You will not circle other letters. Got it? Now let's begin. Letter V. Letter V looks like this. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Is this letter V? Do they look alike? Yes, this is letter V. So we will have to circle it, okay? Now circle it in your test book like this. Have you circled it? Good job. Now let's move on to the second letter. What is this? Is this letter V? Do they look alike? No. So this isn't letter V, so we are going to skip this one. Let's move on to the next one. How about this one? Is this letter V? Is this letter V? It goes like this, down and down. Yes, this is letter V. So we will have to circle it. Now circle it in your textbook. Good job, everyone. Let's move on to the next one. How about this one? Is this letter V? Is this letter V? No, this isn't letter V. Look, they do not look alike, see? So we will have to skip this one. How about this one? We have seen this before, right? What letter is this? This is letter E, correct. So this is not letter V, so we will have to skip this one. Let's move on to the next one. So here, look at this. Is this letter V? It goes like this, down and down. Is this letter V? Correct. This is letter V, so we will have to circle this one. Now circle it like this. Good job, everyone. We have done the first line together. What you have to do is you will have to circle letter V on the second line. Okay? So you will just have to circle letter V, not other letters. Got it? Great. Now let's move on to the next one. When you look at your textbook, you will see this and you will also see this. What you have to do is, here you will have to trace the dots and write letter V. And here you will have to write letter V on the lines. Can you do that? Great. If you do not know how to write letter V here, I will be showing you how to do it. So please look carefully.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to write letter V, tracing the dots. First, I will be showing you how to do it and you will have to do the rest by yourself. Can you do that? Great. Now let's begin. Down, down, letter V. Again. Down, down, letter V. One more time. Down and down, letter V. Okay, I will be showing you one last time, so please look carefully. Got it? Now let's begin. Down and down, letter V. So this is how you write letter V, tracing the dots. Can you do it by yourself? Great. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Here, what you have to do is you will have to write letter V on the lines. First, I will be showing you how to do it and you will have to do the rest by yourself. Can you do that? Great. Now let's begin. Down and down, letter V. So you will be writing letter V only on these three lines. Got it? Again. Down and down, letter V. Okay. Again. Down and down, letter V. Okay, one last time. Please look carefully. Down and down, letter V. So this is how you write letter V on the lines. Can you do it by yourself? Great.
Now let's turn to the next page. Do you see this in your textbook? Great. What you have to do is, here you will have to write letter V in the boxes. And here you will have to write letter V on the lines. Can you do that? Great. So do your best and we will see in the next video. Bye bye.